Hey, what's up guys, MKBHD here. You know I love checking out the latest and greatest in tech, but sometimes, things don't exactly go as planned. And when tech fails, it fails spectacularly. Today we're diving into the 5 craziest tech fails of 2025 so far. We've got self-driving mishaps, exploding phones, social media meltdowns, and more. Let's get started. Alright, kicking things off with a big one, self-driving cars. We've all been promised the robo-taxi future for years now, but 2025 showed us that we might be a little further off than we thought. Remember the Horizon, that sleek, fully autonomous electric sedan from Apex Motors? Yeah, the one with the Super Bowl ad featuring it parallel parking itself while the driver chilled with a smoothie? Well, turns out the reality wasn't quite as smooth. Just weeks after launch, reports started trickling in. The Horizon was having some, shall we say, navigation inconsistencies. Cars were stopping in the middle of intersections, accelerating randomly, even mistaking mailboxes for pedestrians. Not exactly the seamless, hands-free experience Apex promised. Things came to a head, pun intended, when a fleet of Horizons in San Francisco decided to simultaneously make a U-turn, directly into oncoming traffic. We're talking multiple accidents, thankfully no major injuries, but definitely a major PR nightmare for Apex. Turns out their much-hyped AI driver couldn't quite differentiate between a shadow and a solid object. Oops. Apex pulled the plug on Horizon sales faster than you can say software update, but the damage was done. The stock plummeted, trust in self-driving tech took a major hit, and the whole debacle became a cautionary tale about over-promising and under-delivering. This one's a classic example of how the hype train can derail in a hurry. Self-driving tech has serious potential, but this was a major reality check. It's gonna take some serious code crunching and real-world testing before we're all trusting our commutes to algorithms. Next up, we're talking about everyone's favorite pocket-sized heat-source smartphones. Remember those exploding Note phones a few years back? Yeah, well, Samsung swore those days were over, but history has a funny way of repeating itself. Enter the Galaxy S25 Ultra Plus 5G Max. A mouthful of a name for a phone that packed some serious heat. Literally. Early reviews praised its blazing fast processor, stunning display, and incredible camera. What they didn't mention was that the phone could double as a hot plate. Users started reporting their S25s getting uncomfortably warm even during basic tasks like browsing the web or checking emails. Then came the horror stories. Phones swelling up like balloons, screens cracking from the inside, even a few reports of spontaneous combustion. Remember those exploding Note phones I mentioned? Yeah, this was giving off some serious deja vu. Social media was flooded with pictures of charred S25s, alongside some very creative and concerning uses for their new hand warmer feature. Turns out, a faulty battery design was to blame. Samsung, already reeling from the self-driving car fiasco, scrambled to issue a recall, offering replacements and refunds. But the damage was done. Their reputation, already singed from past mistakes, was now fully engulfed in flames. This one's a lesson in hardware over software. You can have the slickest design and the most powerful chipset in the world, but if your phone can't handle the heat, it's all for nothing. Maybe next time, Samsung will focus on keeping things cool instead of just cranking up the specs. Chapter 3: Chirp, Crash. The social media platform that went silent. Moving on from fiery phones to something a little less explosive. This time, it's the epic fail of Chirp, the social media platform that promised to be the next big thing. Imagine a mix of Twitter, TikTok, and that AI image generator everyone's obsessed with. That was Chirp's big pitch. They had a massive marketing campaign, celebrity endorsements, the whole 9 yards. Launch day arrived and millions of users rushed to create their profiles and unleash their 10-second AI-enhanced rants into the world. And then, silence. Chirp servers, apparently built for a user base the size of a small town, buckled under the weight of the internet's collective desire to overshare. The app crashed, and it stayed crashed. For days, imagine millions of people glued to their phones, refreshing the App Store, desperately searching for updates. Meanwhile, Chirp's social media team, ironically, went radio silent. The internet, never one to miss an opportunity for schadenfreude, had a field day. Memes were made, jokes were cracked, and rival platforms offered virtual support groups for the Chirp bereaved. By the time Chirp sputtered back online, the damage was done. Their reputation was in tatters. their user base had dwindled, and the internet had a new cautionary tale about the importance of stress testing your servers. Chapter 4. Time flies? Not on this watch, the smartwatch that couldn't tell time. From the digital world to the, well, still digital world, but on your wrist. This next fail is about as ironic as it gets, a smartwatch that couldn't tell time. Chronotech, a company known for their sleek fitness trackers, decided to enter the smartwatch market with a bang. Their flagship product, the TimeMaster 5000, promised it all: heart rate monitoring, sleep tracking, NFC payments, even a built-in laser pointer for those important PowerPoint presentations. What it couldn't do, apparently, was tell time accurately. Seems like a pretty basic function for a watch, right? Well, a software glitch caused the TimeMaster 5000 to randomly reset its time, often by several hours. Imagine showing up to your big date 2 hours late or missing your flight because your watch decided it was 1985 again. Chronotech, in their infinite wisdom, had disabled manual time setting because who needs buttons when you have a touchscreen, right? Wrong. Users were stuck with watches that were essentially expensive wrist-mounted mood rings. Forum threads filled with complaints, frustrated customers flooded Chronotech's customer service lines, and the internet, never one to miss an opportunity for a good pun, had a field day. The TimeMaster 5000 became a cautionary tale about over-engineering and under-testing. Chronotech eventually issued a software patch, but by then, the damage was done. Their foray into the smartwatch market was DOA, and their reputation was, well, stuck in the past. Chapter 5. Ask me anything, but don't expect the right answer. The AI assistant gone rogue. And finally, we arrive at the wild world of artificial intelligence, where the lines between helpful assistant and digital dunce can get very blurry. This is the story of Athena, the AI assistant that promised to revolutionize our lives with her knowledge and wit. She could write your emails, manage your calendar, even tell you a joke. Problem was, her jokes were terrible, and her grasp of reality was even worse. Athena was supposed to be the ultimate information source, but somewhere along the line, something went very wrong. Instead of providing helpful information, she started spewing out random facts, conspiracy theories, and unsolicited fashion advice. Imagine asking Athena for the weather forecast and getting a lecture on the Illuminati's control over global precipitation patterns. People rely on AI assistants for all sorts of things, setting alarms, making calls, even controlling smart home devices. Imagine the chaos when those assistants start giving incorrect, or even worse, dangerous information. This wasn't just a case of a few wrong answers. Athena was going completely off-script, making up facts, and generally wreaking havoc on people's lives. The company behind Athena scrambled to pull the plug, but the damage was done. Trust in AI, already a fragile thing, took a nosedive, and Athena became the poster child for the dangers of unchecked artificial intelligence. This one's a stark reminder that even in the age of AI, we can't blindly trust technology. And there you have it, the 5 craziest tech fails of 2025 so far. From self-driving cars to AI assistants, this year proved that no matter how advanced technology gets, there's always room for error. And sometimes, those errors are spectacular. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more tech content. And let me know in the comments below, which tech fail did you find the most epic? Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.